Malta is often pictured as a Mediterranean paradise, a place of idyllic coastlines, historical depth, and rich cultural life. But beyond its breathtaking beauty lies a story filled with unexpected complexities, from political tensions and environmental challenges to social contrasts and hidden conflicts. What if this seemingly perfect island has a side most visitors never see? Today, we'll uncover the surprising truths about Malta, leading to one fact near the end that might completely change how you see this island. Stay tuned for an eye-opening journey into the realities of Malta. Welcome to World Marvels, and if you haven't yet, subscribe to stay connected with our fascinating stories. 10 Women of Malta. The women of Malta embody strength, resilience, and tradition. Historically, women here have played vital roles in maintaining family and cultural customs. Yet today, many have ventured beyond traditional boundaries, achieving prominence in business, politics, and education. These women balance progress and tradition, as Maltese society still values family roles deeply influenced by Catholic teachings. Despite these cultural expectations, Maltese women have become voices for social issues, especially in education and equality, advocating for improved opportunities and representation. This complex mix of tradition and progress creates a unique cultural landscape. Women are not only reshaping the present but redefining the future, reflecting Malta's ability to honor its past while forging new paths forward. 9. Malta's unique political system. Malta's political system is a parliamentary republic inspired by the British Westminster model, which grants authority to elected officials with the Prime Minister as the head of government. However, Malta's political landscape is often marked by intense rivalry between its two primary parties, the Labour Party and the Nationalist Party. This rivalry shapes public opinion and daily life, creating a political divide that's deeply felt across the nation. In theory, the system allows for checks and balances, but critics argue that concentrated power among a few has led to concerns over transparency and accountability. Recent efforts have introduced reforms aimed at reducing political influence and improving the transparency of public appointments. Yet, deep-rooted political connections and business ties raise questions about genuine reform. Many Maltese citizens hope for a system that better balances power and fosters true public trust. 8. Environmental challenges and overdevelopment. Malta's natural beauty is under increasing pressure from rapid urbanization and development. Formerly quiet fishing villages like St. Julian's and Slima have transformed into bustling urban areas, raising concerns about the loss of green spaces. Local advocacy groups worry that unchecked development will forever alter Malta's landscape. With limited freshwater sources, Malta heavily relies on desalination to meet water demands, a costly and environmentally intensive process. Rising temperatures and construction-related pollution further stress the ecosystem, affecting both residents and wildlife. Waste management has become a pressing issue, as Malta's aging infrastructure struggles to cope with increased waste production. Illegal dumping and high air pollution levels have earned Malta a spot among European countries facing significant environmental challenges. Local groups are vocal about the need for sustainable practices, but balancing growth and preservation remains a challenging task as Malta seeks a future that respects both its environment and its people. 7. Corruption and organized crime. Corruption and organized crime remain pressing issues in Malta, as recent investigations reveal the extent of these challenges. Malta ranked 55th on the Global Corruption Perception Index in 2023, reflecting concerns about government transparency and integrity. High-profile cases have brought attention to the political elite, such as former Prime Minister Joseph Muscat, who faced accusations of financial misconduct. Investigations have also touched figures in other high positions, including the central bank governor, underscoring the need for greater accountability. While the government has introduced anti-corruption reforms, international observers note that progress remains slow. Transparency International and the European Public Prosecutor's Office have criticized the lack of swift action, particularly concerning the links between politics and business. Organized crime further complicates Malta's reputation, with reports of financial networks involved in illicit activities. Observers argue that without stronger enforcement and independent oversight, restoring public trust may remain an uphill battle. 6. Financial misconduct and tax policies. Malta's tax-friendly policies attract global businesses, yet they are a double-edged sword, sparking debate on economic ethics. The island's favorable tax rates allow international companies to benefit from rates as low as 5%, making it a magnet for multinationals. This strategy has undoubtedly spurred economic growth, but critics argue that it encourages tax evasion and profit shifting, drawing negative attention to Malta's financial sector. The 2018 closure of Pilatus Bank, following accusations of financial misconduct, was a turning point that exposed regulatory gaps. The Financial Intelligence Analysis Unit faced scrutiny for failing to act on early warning signs, raising questions about its oversight capabilities. Malta's inclusion on the Financial Action Task Force's Grey List in 2021 underscored the need for stricter regulations, particularly in anti-money laundering efforts. Although the government has since implemented reforms, skeptics argue that enforcement remains inconsistent, with smaller cases often facing stricter penalties than larger, well-connected entities. The spotlight remains on Malta as it works to build a more robust financial system. 5. Malta's thriving online gaming industry. Malta's online gaming industry has transformed the island into a major economic player, with gaming contributing around 14% to Malta's GDP. The industry's success is due in part to Malta's strategic location, political stability, and favorable tax policies, attracting over 200 licensed gaming companies. This sector has generated substantial employment opportunities and foreign investment, establishing Malta as a European gaming hub. However, as the industry grows, concerns about the social impact of online gaming have arisen. A survey in 2023 showed that a portion of the population is at risk of gambling-related issues, sparking conversations about responsible gaming practices. Malta's gaming authority works to promote transparency, yet balancing economic benefits with social responsibility remains a priority. While the financial advantages of the gaming sector are significant, maintaining ethical standards and responsible practices is essential as Malta seeks a sustainable and well-regulated industry. 4. Tourism and its impact on local infrastructure. Tourism is a cornerstone of Malta's economy, contributing over 25% to the country's GDP. With its mild climate, historical sites, and vibrant cultural heritage, Malta attracts millions of tourists every year. Valletta, the Hypogeum, and ancient megalithic temples are just a few of the attractions that draw people from around the world. However, the constant influx of tourists places immense pressure on Malta's infrastructure, particularly in terms of water and public transportation. Rising real estate prices have made it increasingly difficult for locals to afford housing, as rental rates soar in popular areas. While tourism supports job creation and boosts local businesses, it also raises concerns about sustainability. The environmental impact of high tourist numbers and the strain on resources like water have led to debates over whether Malta's tourism model can balance economic growth with quality of life for its residents. Finding a sustainable path forward is crucial as Malta navigates the challenges of being a top tourist destination. 3. Religious influence and social norms. Religion plays a central role in Maltese society, with approximately 94% of the population identifying as Roman Catholic. Churches are more than places of worship in Malta. They are symbols of the country's heritage and values. Malta's Christian roots date back to 60 AD, when Apostle Paul is said to have introduced Christianity to the island after a shipwreck. Catholic traditions influence everything from holidays and customs to Malta's legal framework. Malta is the only EU country where abortion is entirely illegal, reflecting the Church's influence on public policy. The Catholic Church's stance on issues like divorce, which only became legal in 2011, shows the enduring impact of religious beliefs on Maltese society. These traditions foster a strong sense of community but can also pose challenges for newcomers and non-Catholics, who may find it difficult to navigate Malta's deeply rooted values. For many, this shared faith is a source of unity, but it also shapes the nation's social expectations and legal policies. 2. The impact of World War II on Malta. World War II left a lasting impact on Malta, turning the island into a critical battlefield between Allied and Axis forces. Malta endured over 3,000 air raids between 1940 and 1942 as Nazi Germany and Fascist Italy sought control of the Mediterranean. The island's strategic location made it a target, and the relentless bombing campaigns devastated Malta's cities and towns. Thousands of buildings were destroyed, and food shortages became a daily reality. Yet, the Maltese people displayed remarkable resilience, finding refuge in underground shelters and fortifying their spirits despite the constant threat. In 1942, King George VI awarded Malta the George Cross in recognition of its bravery, a symbol that remains a point of pride for Maltese citizens. Today, war relics, memorials, and museums serve as reminders of this challenging period, keeping the memory of Malta's wartime resilience alive for future generations. 1. Malta's role in the film industry. Malta's stunning landscapes and historic architecture have made it a sought-after destination for filmmakers. The island's cinematic journey began in 1918 with The Sons of the Sea, and since then, Malta has appeared in over 100 Hollywood films, including Gladiator, Troy, and Game of Thrones. The government supports the industry through incentives, offering production companies up to 27% in rebates on eligible expenses, attracting major studios and independent filmmakers alike. This booming industry brings economic benefits, creating jobs and boosting tourism, as fans flock to see the locations of their favorite movies and shows. However, some locals feel that the frequent film crews can be intrusive, with concerns that Malta's cultural essence could be overshadowed by its reputation as a film set. Striking a balance between economic benefits and cultural preservation remains essential as Malta continues to be a key player in the film industry. Malta's beauty is undeniable, but its charm is layered with complex realities that make it a unique Mediterranean gem. From resilient women shaping society to the marks left by World War II, Malta is a land of contrasts that tells a rich, multifaceted story. Which hidden truth about Malta surprised you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We're excited to hear your perspective. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to World Marvels for more captivating stories from around the globe. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and let the marvels of the world inspire you.